This is our third message of inspiration and hope to nurses around the globe in honor of the International Year of the Nurse. Today, the partners at L3 Fusion want to highlight the importance of self-preservation. In other words, it's time to take care of you. But you can't take care of you until you let yourself embrace these 4 words. It starts with me. Now, intellectually, you know exactly what this means, but emotionally, you often ignore your feelings, which is right where we are on this pandemic journey. You must allow yourself the time to put you and your emotional and physical health first. Think of it this way. In order to do your best, be your best, you have to do it yourself, and it all starts with me. So let's provide you a little inspiration and insight to help you on this journey, the L3 Fusion way. It's a given that we all find ourselves overwhelmed and distracted by everyday living and working these days. But ever since the arrival of pandemic 2020, we know you especially have been through hell and back numerous times. While people may say they care, you are 8 months into living it every waking moment, and those words can, although not always, seem trivial. As nurses, you live your everyday lives for the patients, those you work with, family and friends, but you forget the most important person in this equation. That's you. While choice is a matter of freedom and power, our indiscriminate and non-intentional everyday choices sap our energy and create a sense of overwhelming anxiety and despondency. If we continue to ignore the me factor, all of those other amazing things you are doing for everyone else become negatively affected. So let's start with a new approach, one which focuses on living out of our purpose. That's choosing to do things based on our inner sense of rightness, wholeness, and truth. When we do this, we're able to bring our unique personality, passions, thoughts, and actions into everyday living and working. We work out of our strengths. We focus less on fixing our deficits and more on the many possibilities. So let's move to how stress can be impacting your sane self. Clinically, you certainly understand that stress is the body's reaction in order to attempt to sustain equilibrium and deal with life's daily demands. Long-term stress can lead to burnout symptoms of emotional exhaustion, depersonalization, and a lack of sense of personal accomplishment. Sound familiar? Sure it does. But personally, it's not always easy to understand how important setting boundaries is to keeping yourself sane and managing stress. Just as your skin is a physical boundary that protects your body, nurses also need to create intangible boundaries that help them to 1, keep things that will nurture them inside their internal fence, and 2, to keep things that will harm them outside this fence. How often have you given yourself permission to say no? Go ahead, say it out loud right now. It can be quite empowering. Practicing saying no is one thing, but actually living it creates an internal energy that will help you live more intentionally. And who doesn't need more of that? But we do recognize that as nurses, your inherent nature is to be enablers because you're always taking care of others. While that is certainly a positive for those needing the care and truly appreciated, the inability to say no and forgoing taking care of you impacts the body, mind, and spirit. As a reminder, no one is going to help you with your boundary setting. This needs to come directly from you. Take that well-deserved me time to write down what is important to you as you begin this journey. We guarantee it will cause an awakening of your inner spirit, and you will find the strength to move beyond surviving to thriving. So as we conclude, always carry these 3 words with you. First, it is time to put you first. Make it a habit. Fierce. You are strong. Own it. Fabulous. You do extraordinary things every day. Celebrate it.